Hi, I'm T4. We both know why we're here, so let's go. The goal for the end of this video is to do our first remodel. I don't think it'll be that hard to get to, but I want to take my time with it and do it right so it looks better than my single player. So if we take a look in the smelter here, you can see that between episodes I've done a little bit of ore gathering. Some of it was through asteroids, but honestly what I did was I found a planetoid with a couple of things that I wanted. And I flew over and got some iron and copper. Not a crazy amount, just enough to just kind of help me get started. So what I figured I'd do is once we're done cleaning up here and we start moving, I may as well make that the first planetoid I visit, since I've already actually visited it. And yeah, so first thing we need to do before I do any building is I need to get a constructor built so that I don't lose a bunch of my ore that I just collected to making plates in my inventory. So I'm gonna grab this stuff. I'll let that keep going. I need those for the warehouse once we get there. I'm not gonna throw anything in here just yet because I don't really want to unlock much more until we have to. Alright, so as long as the rest of my playthrough goes well, hopefully this is the last time I craft things in my inventory. Until the remodeling's done, I'm just going to throw things in these machines by hand so that I don't have to worry about running belts or anything like that just yet. Also, I'm not going to lose anything in my inventory. I'm not going to transfer everything over because you need bars for construction as well, so I'm only going to move some of the material. While those are processing, I can start tearing down these little islands we've got building up. I'm not worried about attaching them to the platform because my inventory is bottomless. So I can just set up my miners, set up my power, and do whatever I want. It'll be nice to get solar power unlocked. Well, let's see what we need for that. So it's definitely gonna be a little bit. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen in this episode or not. Could, if I prioritized it. One of the things to be aware of at this stage of the game is just how much material you're using and how much you need for your plans. To place a single simple floor tile is not too bad, but that's a 1-to-1 on your plates. Very easy to not have enough. For the sake of not burning through all my resources, I'm not going to process all the islands at the same time. I'm only going to process this one and that one, because if I build, I will go through the resources that I want to be able to expand my platform, whereas if I just tear this down, I get these machines back and can place them somewhere else, and I don't have to worry about having the resources to build the machine. This is always a little nerve-wracking for me. I'm sitting here looking at the platform trying to decide where to start so that I don't immediately make a mess. I think I'm going to start by removing this because I don't need it anymore. The islands that I wanted are close enough, and until this is done, I'm not going to be attaching anything. Not moving yet, but I will leave these guys powered because I really don't want to waste resources in my inventory. So I'm not going to do anything in my inventory unless I absolutely have to, and I'm just gonna leave all this stuff running. Actually, I'm gonna switch this over to how much water? We have a little bit of water. Let's go with copper and iron for a little bit, and just let some ingots build up as well, so that maybe we can start getting back to research this episode too. But we're going to do, I want a wing for manufacturing. Purely and simple manufacturing. So we're going to start with the glass separation so that it's clearly separated from the original platform that I said I wanted to maintain. And then because this is a factory, I'm going to use base concrete, and then I may do some coloring and some other stuff once zones get figured out. The one thing I did forget, I do have to pump a little bit more research just because I wanted these vertical construction elements so that I could do like a step down off of this platform. So I'm just gonna do that, and then we will we'll get started. Oh, I don't have enough. I may have to go get some more iron by hand or check on these. Can I reach them? See, this is part of the reason why I wasn't too concerned about connecting them just yet, because it's easy enough to just grab any good resources they have. Another thing I should unlock is the scanning so that I can see what's left on the island. That might be smart as well. So that'll give us the science we need, I believe. What is scanning? Ooh, I'm gonna wait for these first, and then maybe we'll do scanning. Mind you, while I'm waiting, using a little bit of a wall hack, I can use the walls to just be able to place the floor so I can at least get started building the wing while I'm waiting for my research to finish. So I'm going to start by placing my warehouse here. I'm doing that because I want this to be the final destination of everything produced in the kind of warehouse factory wing. And I'm probably going to have something like this for each wing just so that I have an easy spot to check on everything and just kind of see how everything's going. You can do the same thing if you press J. You can just take a look and see everything you have claim to right now. Okay, so we have our stairs and things like that now. Take a look. Go to pathways, and here they are right in here. And that just makes it so that aesthetically there's something here between to go up and down, and eventually once we have robots, they need a clear path. So as you can see, I'm just about done laying out my factory wing for now. There's definitely going to be more added to it. It's going to expand and get more machines eventually. I don't need to fill in the whole floor right away because I'm still able to lay out the belts and the power and everything without having the floor down. So I'm not going to finish the floor right away just to save worrying about my plates. So before I do anything that I would consider cosmetic, I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the new wing before I finish the floor and kickstart the system. So as you can see, I've got my 4 collectors here, far from the platform, so it's not... Hopefully it'll cut down on the asteroids pulled across my point of view at random. I have this one set to iron. We have copper, your basics. Copper, or not copper, my apologies. Carbon, which will then be split here. The thing I like about these smart splitters is that it's easy enough to just punch your numbers in of like how many machines to each side, and it'll automatically do the math of as things come through. You don't have to do any kind of tricky belt work to balance your belts. And the same here, like there's 2 more machines that way, 1 machine, 1 for 1, and then anything that makes it this far is just going in there. Now, if I need to expand this because I upgrade machines, or I add catchers, or I put down more machines, which is what is most likely to happen, then this is easily expandable. Each of these will produce 30. Mind you, once I unlock a solar panel, I intend to do a power wing, and on that wing we'll have like a I'm gonna try and make it look fancy with a design of some kind for the solar panels, and then I'll have some, like, one of each generator as they're unlocked, just so that people can see how they work. We'll see if it actually happens, but that's the intention. So here, everything will come in here, and as you can see, I do have the iron rod recipe turned on. Obviously, like, some of the coal is going to come from here. You'll get a little bit you will get a little bit out of here as well. And then here, this is how I'm sorting out the iron plates, right? Because I have to get iron plates from this machine because this is where they are made. So I put down a logic block that says, hey, no iron plates are allowed out of here. And now what I really should do is put down a block here. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to do it here so I can show you what I'm thinking. So we put down the logic block filter, and I tell it I only want iron plates out of here. This way, there is no confusion between blocks or anything else of what is supposed to happen out of this machine. If you are not an iron plate, you come out of here, and only iron plates out of here. Then we will put down a flat belt before we put the ramped belt, because we also need to put down our smart splitter, and we need to tell it 1 for 1, because quite frankly that's more than enough. Or no, sorry, 2 for 1. 2 for 1, because half of them are gonna go here, half of them are gonna go there once they hit this point. So I want to make sure I'm at least diverting enough over here that I am gonna end up with some in my inventory to build with. Okay, so all these recipes at this level are turned on. When it comes to time to rediverting for these recipes, we'll sort that out. I'll probably just build more machines at that point and do another redesign. And then as you can see, there's only 2 recipes unlocked here at the moment. So it's just a matter of telling the splitters, only worry about these 2 things. Everything else can continue into storage. And I didn't finish that last time just because I didn't have it on me at the moment. So that's pretty much it. Now to kickstart this system, it just needs power. So if I have any carbon, I can just throw a couple of pieces in each here to kickstart the system. and we'll see, what is that? I'm producing 30 power, and I only need 28. So, our catchers will work through everything, and it'll sort itself out. And this ice, I'm not going to worry about as it comes in, because it will end up here. And wherever I end up doing my water production, I can just move it from here to there. So it'll be easy. So now let's think about some cosmetics. You'll note that all my machines' power goes directly into the floor. And even here you can see where I haven't done the floor yet, what's going on. And it just clips through easy enough, and if you go to build a foundation or something, it'll just not build in that spot, so you don't have to worry about it. But what I'm going to do, because this is technically going to be open to the humans once they come aboard, I'm going to pretend that they're going to be stupid enough to come over here and mess around with stuff, so I'm going to, I don't know, try to make it look at least a little bit believable that this was designed by somebody who cared about the individuals on board, you know? So this wing's been running for about 10 minutes now. And I mean, it's not doing too bad. There's not too many iron plates because I've been kind of playing around with the decoration a little bit. But I mean, it's only been 10 minutes. I did dump my inventory in here, which is why there's some like quartz and carbon and things of that nature. But I mean, it's not doing too bad. You could always add catchers, but I'm really not too worried about it because eventually we're going to be moving to planetoids, where I'm going to be doing things off station to bring resources on, and I'm going to have a wing specifically to deal with that load. So the idea of this is just to make sure I don't run out of my basics, so that I'm always able to build or do whatever I need to do while working through the series with you guys. So I'll be back in just a moment, and hopefully I'll have some of this kind of aesthetic stuff sorted out, and I'm gonna get these islands processed down as well, just to kind of show you how I deal with them anyways, because it's not just a hunk. There's other resources here that are good, like dirt. Okay, you're gonna have 1,000,001 dirt by the time you're done. But you only get things like stone and quartz if you dig into your planetoids and your little guys like this. So don't be afraid to actually dig through the entire little thing. Alright, so I'm just going to give us a quick little push this way just to get these islands kind of behind me here, because that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to attach them back here just to process through them. That's not going to be the kind of standard plan. That being said, other than this little patch of floor here, that I'm probably just going to throw down black for just for the sake of it not being empty for now, I think we're pretty much done. Alright, here we go. Turn this off. Actually, I'm just going to delete it, because that'll be it for a little while. So here we go. We've got our 4 catchers. We've got one of each machine producing for us. This is how we're sitting right now. And I'm pulling ice over here just as a temporary setup, because eventually I'm probably going to have something similar to this over here. And this is a temporary setup as well, because eventually I'm going to have a power wing, like I said. I'm T4, thanks for sticking around. Come back for the next episode where I try to get my factory wing looking decent and not just like a random thing stuck on the side of a platform. And I'm going to process down those islands to show you how I deal with getting quartz and stone early game. See you next time.